Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Thought I'd just put out a quick video for you, just to try and cover a bit more information. Me and Liz have been talking about a few things, and we want to try and cover a bit more of the story. So much to this story. There's a lot happened since we've been here, and we just want to try and cover a few other things, like the paper reports that saying that we chained ourselves to a gate, and all of the stuff that was spread about us. Well, that is actually the gate that we're looking at right now. That story in the newspapers, and also the story covers an interdict, which is a court order that was brought against us by Network Rail. We're going to go into that story a little bit deeper and go into the details about that story. Now, the truth about it is that Elizabeth was here that day, and Network Rail turned up in a huge capacity. I think there was like 40, 50, 60, maybe even more vehicles that turned up at the front gate. I wasn't here. I was shopping in Thurso. I'd gone on the train, and when I got back, it was all going on, and Network Rail were trying to come through this gate here. So I actually went and put a chain on the gate. Part of the chain is still over there that they cut off, but they spread in the newspapers. I think it was the previous occupiers actually phoned up the newspapers, who weren't even here and they didn't even see what happened, but they spoke to the newspapers and pretended that they were here, and they basically said to the newspapers that we were shouting at the workmen and we chained ourselves to the gate, and I think they may have even said that we were on the tracks, which were complete lies. I got back home. The BTP were here. Liz had been speaking to them. And I put a chain on the gate. I put a padlock and a chain right on the gate there. Now, what happened that day, when I got back, the BTP were here. And they were talking to Elizabeth, and I started talking to them when I got back. And they went and told Network Rail workers that it was a civil matter. And they told Network Rail to leave. So at that point in time, they acted just as they should. And they were acting trying to prevent any escalation or any breach of the peace. And they recognised it was a civil matter at that point in time. So Network Rail solicitors sent us a massive pack of information, which I'm going to show you in this video. I might just cut it in now. So you're looking at the court order, or in Scotland known as the Interdict. Now, it was only Elizabeth that was actually interdicted, preventing her from stopping Network Rail from accessing through that gate that I just showed you. I wasn't interdicted. I didn't have a court order on me. But I think the papers, though, Liz, they say that we both chained ourselves to the gates today, or what?
The newspaper report falsely claimed that we both chained ourselves.
And I wasn't even here.
Yeah, which is why you didn't get the interdict.
Yeah, so I wasn't here. I wasn't interdicted. So the newspapers say that we chained ourselves to the gate, like I just showed you, but I wasn't even here. And like I said, when I got back home from shopping, got off the train, I put a chain on the gate. So anyway, this is the paperwork I was talking to you about that was delivered to us by the sheriff officer. Sheriff officer here in Scotland is a bit like the English version of bailiff. So he delivered the interdict, and we also received all of this massive lump of paperwork. There's so much stuff in here. We're going to make a couple of videos and show you what they sent us. Very strange and unusual that we received so much paperwork. There's even the land investigation about the platform. That's in here, and it shows that Network Rail do not own the station platform. And it was all of the information that had been sent to the court trying to get Network Rail onto this land. And it was all of the information that the solicitors, Denton's solicitors, and it included land information, title plans, maps, and also that they'd paid a massive company called Miller and Bryce to do a land investigation to do with the land here. And I'm going to show you some of the paperwork that we received in this big bundle. So the main point is, and I want you to remember this, okay? It's very important that you remember this. That gate there, Network Rail paid for an access agreement to come through that gate. They paid Caledonia Forest. We've got that access agreement. We've got it on paper. We're going to show it to you in due course. We're going to make a video about the day that they tried to come in through this gate and what happened, what our side of the story, what happened, that the newspapers talked about, saying that we were screaming at the workers and chaining ourselves to gates. We're going to start from when we received the letter from Network Rail saying that they were coming to do the works, and we're going to tell you exactly what happened from our point of view and show you the evidence that we've got. But I would like you to ask yourself a question right now. Why would Network Rail be paying an access agreement to come down the track and through the quarry and through this gate if they owned our driveway, which they do not? And we've got this on paper, the access agreement. We're going to try and do that very, very soon for you. So here's a quick glimpse of the access agreement, guys, okay, that I'm going to show you. Here it is, just a quick glimpse for you. I want you to ask yourselves a question. If Network Rail own our driveway, why are they paying for an access? Why are they paying an access agreement to come in that way I've just showed you? Why are they paying an access agreement to come in the back gate? Here's a quick look at the map. So, quarry, that's where they're going to set up the compound. That's what the red thing is. This is our driveway, goes up there. Well, our driveway is after that. That's the trackway that goes up to the cattle grid, which is around there. There's the old schoolhouse, okay? This is what they paid for. This is the access agreement that they paid for, okay? So this is where it goes past our driveway. Down here, it goes around our well and our pump house. It goes into the quarry. This is a turning into the quarry here. It goes up to the gate. Well, this is the edge of the platform. The gate is... I'm trying to film and look at this map at the same time. The gate is right here. Goes down here. Remember the sleepers, we're just looking outside, up to the edge of the platform. That's what they paid for. That's the access they paid the forestry for, yeah? Schoolhouse, track going up. Our driveway starts up here somewhere. We're going to look at this a bit more carefully. Got the original access agreement right there. You guys, okay? We really appreciate everyone that's supporting us. Keep watching, and we're going to try and get as much information to you as we can. For now, what I want to quickly show you is this strip of land right here. So, here's a platform. We've still got a bit of ice and snow around here. It's quite chilly here at the moment. So, basically, all of this is what we call the blue strip. All of it. The platform, the grass. The blue strip. So, according to Network Rail's ex-solicitors, Denton's, they don't seem to be their solicitors anymore. I'm not sure whether it was after they sent us all of this information or not, I don't know. But I'm going to show you now, I'm going to flick over to the document that they sent us that says they do not own this piece of land, which is called the blue strip. Okay guys, so this is the paperwork that we sent by Network Rail solicitors, which I was talking to you about a moment ago outside. the blue strip. So our house, where I just stood outside, the platform, the grass. Here's our driveway that goes all the way down there. Our sheds, so the blue strip, the platform, the station. Okay, so this is what was sent to us in that bundle of paperwork. Area 8, QLTR, strip of ground to the south of the railway, forming part of Station House, Altnabreck. Number 1, extent of property. The property is shown coloured red on the composite plan and outline red and coloured blue on plan 8A below. 2, owner of property. Miller and Bryce have been unable to positively identify an owner for the property. From their investigations, they believe the property formed part of the station house at Altnabreck, referred to in a disposition by British Railways Board in favour of Robin Sinclair, recorded GRS 13 of June 1969, brackets the 1969 subjects. The 1969 subjects were part of a larger area subsequently sold to John Archibald Sinclair on the 19th of September 1969 and then to Fountain Forestry Limited on the 7th of September 1984, which subjects of sale were subsequently registered under the title number CTH 5589. Title CTH 5589, however, does not include the property. On this basis, title to the property would remain with FG Realizations Number 1 Limited, formerly Fountain Forestry Limited, who were dissolved on the 20th of February 2016. We have therefore referenced the Queen's and Lord Treasurer's Remembrancer, QLTR, as owner, as title to property of dissolved companies goes to the Crown. Further investigation directly with the QLTR would be required to confirm these findings. So there we go. By their own admission, they do not own it. Network Rail's own solicitors sent us that, and they had the massive land investigation, and they come to the conclusion and they realised they do not own this land. So it's a bit more information for you. So hope all of you are well. Me and Liz, thank you very much for your support. Keep watching. We've got a lot of information. It's a complex story. We're going to try and start getting information out. I think a lot of you understand what's going on here. And yeah, let the truth prevail. Thanks very much, guys. You take care. Actually, guys, change your mind. Just a little bit extra footage here for you, just to show you. There's the cattle grid fence just down there. Okay, there's the front entry onto our driveway. You can see the little side fence there, yeah? Okay. So then, I was just stood over there on the platform. So this is where our percolation pipes, this is where our sewers are. We've got servitude rights on this piece of land here. This is actually Caledonia Forest land, CTH 5589, which goes up to this white peg here. Okay. On the right hand side, this piece of land here is part of the solemn. That's going to be the next story. I know a lot of you are looking forward to that. The solemn rights. Heritable and irredeemable. Whoever owns Station House owns the solemn. That's why there's so many people probably trying to get us out of here, and that's why they want it. Some very high up people. The boys down the lodge, as they say. So this is, they said two different things, Network Rail, when they come here. They said at one point they were going to set up a compound on this area of ground around here somewhere. But then they sent us a map, which we're going to show you at some point, and they were going to set the compound up down here in the quarry. Okay? I think altogether, Network Rail have been here and cut the chain off this gate 3 times. So that's part of the court action that was against us, that we had an interdict. But for some reason, you know, they are just saying they own our driveway now. So they paid to come in this way. Yeah. So you go out at the quarry down there, turn left again. And then it goes up and around along the tree line that you can see there. And then that route goes up and our driveway's up there somewhere. So they paid, Network Rail paid Caledonia Forest an access agreement to come in here, to come in this way. Yeah? So, to come in the back way. Here's a chain, the famous chain, part of it. No one chained themselves to any gates here. We put a chain on the gate. But, you know, these little stories sell newspapers. And, yeah, what can I say? It's lies, basically.